and faces are broader. Everything must be able to be read from very far away.
Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood's ultimate icon, tragically died under such mysterious circumstances that conspiracy theories still linger today. Was her death a suicide, or was there a darker force at play, potentially linked to one of America's most influential families? Number 30, Marilyn Monroe. Hollywood's biggest star was taken too soon, but the circumstances of her death still spark debate.
Marilyn was privy to confidential information through her relationships with the Kennedy brothers, and her death was orchestrated to prevent her from divulging these secrets.
Was it suicide, an overdose, or something far more sinister? Officially ruled a probable suicide, Marilyn Monroe's passing involved sleeping pills, but many suspect it could have been an accidental overdose. Conspiracy theories persist, especially with the involvement of the Kennedy brothers, both of whom Monroe is rumored to have had affairs with. Some even claim she stumbled upon dangerous secrets threatening national security. Her housekeeper's strange account of the night, along with unanswered calls and a disheveled bedroom, only deepen the mystery. More than 6 decades later, the questions remain, ensuring Monroe's legacy continues to intrigue. Number 29, George Reeves. The man who brought Superman to life became part of a real-life mystery when he was found dead in 1959 at just 45 years old.
Well, the man who first played Superman has been dead now for 32 years. His death was ruled a suicide. Well, will the case be reopened? We'll have details after a break.
George Reeves, star of the iconic adventures of Superman, was shot in his Los Angeles home. Though initially ruled a suicide, the details surrounding his death suggest something darker. Reeves had been celebrating the engagement that night, making his death seem out of character. Witnesses reported hearing multiple gunshots, raising suspicions that it could have been murder, not suicide. His rumored affair with Toni Mannix, wife of a powerful Hollywood executive, and his fiancée's conflicting statements only deepened the intrigue. Despite the official ruling, the unanswered questions surrounding Reeves' death remain a haunting Hollywood mystery. Number 28, Harry Houdini. Houdini, the world's greatest magician, was known for escaping death in his performances. But his own final act would leave many wondering if foul play was involved.
Houdini allowed some students to take some pot shots at his famous rock-hard stomach. One of the students hit him unawares and ruptured his appendix. Over the course of the next several days, his appendix leaked out into his system, slowly poisoning him and killing him.
The official cause of death in 1926 was peritonitis from a ruptured appendix, which many believe was triggered by an accident with a young student named J. Gordon Whitehead. After a show, Whitehead reportedly punched Houdini in the stomach multiple times after asking if he could withstand a blow. Houdini, who had boasted about his ability to endure such punches, was caught off guard and in significant pain afterwards. Though he continued his performance for days, the pain eventually became unbearable, leading to a death in Detroit hospital on Halloween night. Many still speculate whether the punches played a role in his tragic end, or if there was something darker at play. Number 27, Lupe Velez. Lupe Velez, a Hollywood starlet known for her fiery personality, met a tragic end that has been clouded by rumors and speculation.
She takes the overdose of pills, lays on the bed, and imagines how beautiful she's going to look on the front page of tomorrow's newspaper.
After becoming pregnant by her boyfriend, Harold Raymond, and being rejected when she demanded marriage, Velez's heartbreak led to her taking her own life with an overdose of sleeping pills. She left a note that read, "How could you, Harold, fake such a great love for me and our baby when all the time you didn't want us? I see no other way for me, so goodbye and good luck to you." Despite the apparent heartbreak, her death was overshadowed by a scandalous and largely fabricated story in Kenneth Anger's Hollywood Babylon, which suggested she drowned in a toilet in a bizarre and undignified manner. The truth of her final moments remains lost in a sea of misinterpretation and sensationalism. Number 26, Olive Thomas. Olive Thomas's death at just 25 years old remains one of Hollywood's most tragic and mysterious stories.
That she died of a mixture of mercury bichloride and alcohol. The toilet cleaning solution contained a mixture of mercury bichloride, but so did the tablets that were prescribed to Jack for his chronic syphilis.
The starlet, who had a promising career, accidentally ingested mercury chloride, mistaking it for her sleeping pills in the dark of night. She had been taking medications for her health, but the mix-up occurred when she couldn't distinguish the pills. Some rumors suggested that Thomas might have taken her own life after discovering her husband's infidelity, while others alleged that he had given her syphilis, leading to her overdose. However, a darker theory circulated, claiming that her husband, actor Jack Pickford, may have deliberately poisoned her to collect on her insurance policy. Pickford denied these accusations, insisting that they were close friends, but the true cause of Olive's death remains a haunting mystery in Hollywood lore. Number 25. Bob Crane. Bob Crane, the beloved star of Hogan's Heroes, met a tragic and unsolved death in 1978 at the age of just 49 years old.
There are absolutely no clues in the murder of actor Bob Crane, who was known to millions as Colonel Hogan in the television series Hogan's Heroes. The police in Arizona have no idea who entered his room and beat him to death. Here's more from Kim Sedgwick of station KTAR.
Found in his Phoenix apartment, he had been brutally bludgeoned and strangled with an electrical cord. Investigators discovered Crane's involvement in the production of pornographic films and photographs, adding a layer of scandal to his death. His friend, John Carpenter, became a prime suspect, particularly after it was revealed that Crane had been allegedly hit with a camera tripod during the attack. Despite Carpenter's suspicious behavior, the lack of definitive evidence, including DNA, left the case open-ended, and Crane's death remains a chilling Hollywood mystery. Number 24. Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood's tragic death in 1981, while aboard a yacht with her husband Robert Wagner and actor Christopher Wallen, has remained a subject of speculation and mystery.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, our metropolitan area and the whole world mourns the death of 43-year-old movie actress Natalie Wood. Miss Wood won the hearts and minds of fans of the silver screen everywhere.
Officially ruled an accidental drowning, the circumstances surrounding her death raise many questions. Wood had bruises on her body and an abrasion on her face, which led to suspicions of foul play. The couple had reportedly argued the night she died, with rumors of an alleged flirtation between Wood and Walken fueling tension. In 2018, Wagner was named a person of interest, reviving the case and leaving the truth of her death an open mystery, casting a shadow over the actress's legacy. Number 23. Thomas Ince. Thomas Ince, a pioneering figure in early Hollywood and credited with creating the Western genre, died in 1924 under mysterious circumstances that have sparked one of the industry's most enduring scandals.
Thomas Ince, a Hollywood producer, is still a mystery today. Ince died after a lavish boating excursion hosted by William Randolph Hearst, a newspaper tycoon.
Officially, his death was attributed to heart failure while aboard media mogul William Randolph Hearst's private yacht. However, rumors quickly spread, suggesting a more sinister cause. Some claim that Hearst, enraged by an affair involving his mistress and Charlie Chaplin, mistakenly shot Ince, then orchestrated a cover-up using his vast media empire. Despite the lack of concrete evidence supporting the murder theory, the whispers of foul play continue to fuel intrigue and speculation in Hollywood history. Number 22. Peg Entwistle. Peg Entwistle, a promising actress with a background in the New York Theater Guild, moved to Hollywood with hopes of building a successful film career.
Peg told her uncle she was going to meet friends at a local pharmacy. Reportedly intoxicated, she left his home and hiked up the canyon to the Hollywood sign, where she used a workman's ladder to climb to the top of the H and throw herself off the cliff.
However, her only credited role in the 1932 film 13 Women failed to bring her the recognition she had hoped for. Struggling with the harsh realities of Hollywood and her inability to secure more roles, Entwistle's dreams crumbled. On September the 16th, 1932, overwhelmed by despair, she climbed to the top of the iconic Hollywood sign and tragically jumped to her death. In a final, haunting moment, she had told her uncle that she was going to, quote, rendezvous with a friend, end quote, leaving behind a chilling legacy of broken dreams and the crushing pressure of fame. Number 21, Maria Montez. Maria Montez, known for her captivating roles in exotic adventure films, was a passionate believer in astrology. When she sought the advice of Hollywood mystic Blanca Holmes, she received a chilling prediction. Her life would be short and her death would come unexpectedly.
Has died in France on September 7, 1951, after suffering a heart attack while taking a hot bath.
Unfortunately, the prophecy turned out to be eerily accurate. On September the 7th, 1951, while taking a hot bath, Montez suffered a heart attack and tragically slipped under the water, drowning in what seemed like a cruel twist of fate. Her ultimate death, following such a haunting prediction, left many to wonder if it had truly been foreseen. Number 20, David Carradine. David Carradine's death in 2009 shocked the world and sparked intense speculation.
Based on the crime scene, it appeared the victim died of suffocation. It looked like he had hanged himself.
The 72-year-old actor, best known for his role in Kill Bill, was found dead in a Bangkok hotel room under scandalous circumstances. He was discovered naked and hanging in the closet, leading to an autopsy ruling that he had died from asphyxiation. While police initially considered it a suicide, they later suggested it might have been an accident. The circumstances surrounding his death remain murky, especially after it was revealed that Carradine's assistant had failed to help him as planned. His widow eventually settled a wrongful death lawsuit, further complicating the mystery surrounding his untimely demise. Number 19, Virginia Rappe. Virginia Rappe's tragic death in 1921 cast a long shadow over Fatty Arbuckle's career, despite his eventual acquittal. At a Labor Day weekend party to celebrate Arbuckle's contract with Paramount, Rappe became ill, reportedly from alcohol consumption, and later died from peritonitis caused by a ruptured bladder. A scandal erupted when Maud Delmont, a party attendee, accused Arbuckle of sexual assault, claiming Rappe had confided in her about being harmed. Arbuckle was tried for her death, but was acquitted after a retrial, with the jury issuing an apology due to a lack of evidence. However, the damage to his reputation was irreparable, and despite being cleared in court, Arbuckle struggled to find work in Hollywood for years afterwards. Number 18, Martha Mansfield. Martha Mansfield's life was tragically cut short due to a horrific on-set accident. While filming The Warrens of Virginia in San Antonio, Texas, in 1923, a fellow cast member carelessly tossed a match, which ignited Mansfield's elaborate dress, made of multiple layers of fabric and hoop skirts. Although the flames were quickly extinguished before they reached her face or neck, the fire caused severe burns. Mansfield was rushed to a nearby hospital, but despite efforts to save her, she passed away within 24 hours of the incident. Her promising career was abruptly ended by this tragic accident. Number 17, Jane Mansfield. Jane Mansfield's death in 1967 became the stuff of Hollywood legend, and the gruesome details have been fueled by rumors ever since. The actress, known for her striking beauty and her likeness to Marilyn Monroe, was killed in a tragic car accident. Mansfield, her boyfriend, and her children were traveling through Louisiana when their car collided with a tractor-trailer. The top of the car was sheared off in the impact, sparking rumors that Mansfield may have been decapitated. While her injuries were severe, autopsy reports confirmed that she was not decapitated. However, the sensationalized stories about her death only added to the mythic status of her tragic passing. Number 16, Isadora Duncan. Isadora Duncan's death in 1927 is one of the most tragic and bizarre accidents in history. The famous dancer, known for her revolutionary style, was in a car in Nice, France, when her long silk scarf became caught in the rear wheel. The scarf, which had trailed out of the car, was pulled into the spokes of the wheel, jerking Duncan from her seat and strangling her. The strange and tragic nature of her death was immortalized by Gertrude Stein's darkly ironic remark, "Affectations can be dangerous." It was a fittingly dramatic end for a woman who lived her life with such boldness and flair. Number 15, Elizabeth Short, The Black Dahlia. Elizabeth Short, famously known as the Black Dahlia, became one of Hollywood's most infamous mysteries.
Elizabeth, naked and cut in half, her body drained of blood and left in an empty lot.
In 1947, her mutilated body was discovered in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. The 22-year-old aspiring actress had been brutally murdered. Her body was severed at the waist, drained of blood, and posed in a disturbing manner. The most chilling aspect of the crime was the grotesque incision across her face, from ear to ear, giving her a haunting, permanent smile. Despite widespread media attention, the case remains unsolved, and the gruesome details of her death have left an indelible mark on Hollywood's dark history. Number 14, Thelma Todd. The mysterious death of actress Thelma Todd continues to fuel speculation even decades later. On December 16, 1935, she was found dead in her car from carbon monoxide poisoning, with a vehicle parked near her restaurant. Initially ruled an accident, the circumstances surrounding her death quickly became murky. Some suggested it was suicide, citing her financial struggles and her recent divorce from an abusive husband, Pat DeCiccio. However, the presence of blood spots in the car and on her face raised suspicions of foul play. Despite the police's official ruling of suicide and the lack of a proper autopsy, rumors about a possible murder persist, especially involving her ex-husband. The case remains unsolved today, leaving a cloud of uncertainty over her tragic end. Number 13, Frances Farmer. Frances Farmer's rise and fall in Hollywood was marked by both brilliance and tragedy. After signing with Paramount Pictures, she quickly became a star, with notable performances like in Come and Get It. However, her career took a nosedive due to the growing alcoholism and deteriorating mental health that she was struggling with. Her struggles were compounded by mistreatment and abuse during her time in various psychiatric institutions, where she was reportedly subjected to harsh conditions including rape. Despite a brief revival in the late 1950s and early 1960s, Farmer's life ended prematurely in 1970 at the age of 56, with esophageal cancer. Her decline, largely fueled by Hollywood's treatment of her and her personal demons, remains a heartbreaking chapter in the industry's history. Number 12, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, the martial arts legend, died under mysterious circumstances at just 32 years old, sparking various conspiracy theories.
It wasn't something that Bruce took regularly.
Equagesic is the painkiller Bruce takes to combat a headache. It contains aspirin, but also another drug called meprobamate.
Realistically, the discussion boils down to the aspirin and the meprobamate.
His death, while officially attributed to an allergic reaction to painkillers, has been linked to everything from triad gang retaliation to heat stroke, and most notably the so-called Lee family curse. The theory gained traction under the untimely deaths of Lee's brother and son, Brandon Lee, who tragically passed away on a movie set at age 28. This string of family tragedies has fueled speculation that some darker force or curse might have been at play. Despite official explanations, the true cause of Lee's death remains a subject of debate and intrigue. Number 11, John Eric Hexum. John Eric Hexum, a rising star known for his role in Cover Up, tragically died in 1984 after a prank went horribly wrong.
Sadly, on October 18th, 1984, 6 days after the accident, he was declared brain dead.
While filming the show, Hexum, frustrated by production delays, playfully picked up a prop gun loaded with blanks, aimed it at his temple, and pulled the trigger. Unaware that blanks can still cause fatal injuries when fired at close range, the gunshot fractured his skull and sent a bone fragment into his brain. Despite being rushed to hospital, Hexum was declared brain dead 6 days later. His death remains a devastating reminder of how a moment of playfulness can have tragic consequences. Number 10. Jack Nance. Jack Nance, best known for his roles in Eraserhead and Twin Peaks, was found dead on December 30th, 1996, just a day after an altercation at a coffee shop.
His autopsy showed he had a blood alcohol level of 0.24%. He'd been suffering from a severe headache, and this had led to a subdural hematoma.
According to friends, Nance had a bruised eye and mentioned a confrontation with a young man, claiming, "I guess I got what I deserved." His body was discovered the following day in his South Pasadena apartment. Authorities later confirmed that Nance had suffered blunt force trauma to his head, with reports suggesting he had been involved in a fight at a donut shop the day before. His untimely death remains shrouded in mystery, with questions about whether it was a random act of violence or something more sinister. Number 9. Krista Helm. Krista Helm, a rising Hollywood star, was tragically murdered on February 12, 1977, outside her agent's home in West Hollywood. She was bludgeoned and stabbed to death, and some believe the motive might have been linked to a sex diary that she allegedly kept. The diary supposedly contained names of powerful Hollywood figures with whom she had had sexual relationships, and some speculated that someone in the industry wanted her silence to protect their secrets. Despite rumors surrounding her diary and the possibility of a conspiracy, police were never able to find any evidence of its existence, and the case remains unsolved. Number 8. Raymond Navarro. Raymond Navarro, once a beloved Hollywood star known for his role in The Prisoner of Zenda and his Latin lover persona, met a violent and tragic end on October 30th, 1968. Navarro invited 2 young men into his home, thinking they were simply there to socialize. After drinking, the men demanded $5,000, which Navarro claimed he didn't have. In a violent outburst, they brutally beat the 69-year-old actor, killing him in a savage attack. The men trashed his home before fleeing. While there is no prior relationship between Navarro and his killers, the brutality of the crime, combined with their demands for money, suggests a robbery gone horribly wrong. Number 7. Judy Garland. Judy Garland, the beloved actress known for her iconic role as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, led a life filled with both success and struggle.
Judy Garland's body has been exhumed from her resting place in New York and flown to Hollywood 48 years after her tragic death.
Her immense fame came at a heavy cost, as she was often subjected to intense pressure to maintain her appearance and performance. Behind the scenes, Garland battled with personal demons, including anxiety, depression, and sleep disorders, which led her to dependence on various medications. Garland's tragic death on June 22, 1969, was officially attributed to an accidental overdose of sleeping pills. However, her daughter, Liza Minnelli, suggested that Garland's passing was more than just the result of substance abuse. Minnelli believed her mother had endured a lifetime of emotional exhaustion. Living a life with a constant striving for happiness felt unreachable. As she put it, Garland got tired, emotionally and physically, and perhaps saw the pursuit of joy as something that could only bring an end to her turbulent existence. Number 6. William Holden. William Holden's death in 1981 was as tragic as it was lonely. The legendary actor, known for his roles in Sunset Boulevard and Network, had been drinking alone in his Hollywood apartment when he tragically slipped on a throw rug and fell, hitting his head on a bedside table with such force that it caused a fatal injury. The impact punctured a wall, and Holden bled to death, likely unaware of the severity of his injury due to his high blood alcohol level of 0.22. The coroner's report revealed that Holden may have lived for up to a half an hour after the accident, but he did not make any attempt to call for help. This lonely and silent end to a life filled with public acclaim left many questioning how such a beloved star could meet such a fate alone in his apartment with no one around. Number 5. William Desmond Taylor. William Desmond Taylor's murder in 1922 remains one of Hollywood's most intriguing unsolved cases. The director, known for his work in silent films, was found shot in his Los Angeles bungalow, and the investigation quickly turned into a mystery with numerous suspects. A love note from Mary Miles Minter, a young actress who starred in some of Taylor's films, was discovered at the scene, leading to speculation about their relationship. Minter and her mother, Charlotte Shelby, were known to have been at Taylor's home the night of the murder. The investigation revealed that the gun used in the killing matched one Minter had previously tried to use to harm herself. Despite these connections, no charges were ever filed, and the case was never solved. The lack of concrete evidence left the question of who killed Taylor open to speculation, cementing his death as one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries. Number 4. Johnny Stompanato. Johnny Stompanato's death in 1958 remains shrouded in mystery and controversy. Stompanato, a notorious gangster and enforcer for Mickey Cohen, was involved in a volatile relationship with actress Lana Turner, known for its physical abuse. On the night of his death, a violent confrontation took place at Turner's home, during which Stompanato was fatally stabbed. Lana Turner's daughter, Cheryl Crane, who was 14 at the time, confessed to the killing, claiming she acted in self-defense to protect her mother from Stompanato's aggression. However, suspicions arose because the knife had no fingerprints, leading some to speculate that Turner herself had killed Stompanato during the altercation. Cheryl may have taken the fall to shield her mother from prosecution, as she faced a lighter sentence as a minor. Ultimately, the case was ruled an accidental killing, but the true events of that night remain a matter of debate. Number 3. Rudolph Valentino. Rudolph Valentino's death on August 23, 1926, marked the end of an era for Hollywood's Latin lover. Valentino's sudden passing from a ruptured ulcer sent shockwaves through the world, especially among his devoted fan base. His death sparked an unprecedented wave of grief, with fans flooding the streets and even attempting suicide in their despair. His funeral became a spectacle, with celebrities in attendance and actress Pola Negri famously fainting multiple times for the press. Valentino's fame undeniably contributed to the intensity of his mourners' reactions, as his image as a romantic hero had captivated audiences worldwide. His tragic and untimely death only amplified the legend of his persona, cementing him as a Hollywood icon whose allure lived on far beyond his years. The mourning and chaotic aftermath of his death continue to echo the obsessive nature of celebrity culture in the early 20th century. Number 2. Linda Darnell. Linda Darnell's tragic death in 1965 mirrored the irony of her own words. Known as the girl with the perfect face, Darnell's beauty and talent had made her a beloved Hollywood star in the 1940s and 1950s. However, her life took a tragic turn when a cigarette she was smoking while watching an old film sparked a fire in her home. As she dozed off, the fire engulfed the room, leaving Darnell with severe burns. Despite being rushed to the hospital, she succumbed to her injuries just days later. Her final interview, where she expressed the hope that her life wouldn't end in tragedy, seemed eerily prophetic. Darnell's death serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and how, despite our hopes and efforts, fate can take an unexpected and devastating turn. Number 1. Vic Morrow. The tragic accident on the set of Twilight Zone, the movie in 1982, shocked Hollywood and led to one of the most infamous on-set fatalities. Vic Morrow, a seasoned actor, was filming a pivotal scene for the segment Time Out, where his character was meant to rescue 2 Vietnamese children during the Vietnam War. The sequence included a U.S. Army helicopter, pyrotechnics, and explosives, all of which were meant to create a dramatic, action-filled climax. However, disaster struck when the pyrotechnics caused the helicopter to lose control. The helicopter crashed onto Morrow and child actors Micah Din Lee and Renee Shin Yi Chen. Morrow and Lee were decapitated by the helicopter's rotor blade, while Chen was crushed by the wreckage. The aftermath of the accident was chaotic, leading to a criminal trial where director John Landis, producer George Fossley Jr., and others were charged. Despite the serious charges, the jury acquitted all involved, sparking controversy and outrage. The incident remains a dark chapter in Hollywood's history, highlighting the dangers of neglect on set and the devastating consequences of mismanaged production. Thanks for watching. If you're intrigued by these mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. Check out our other videos for more untold Hollywood stories and unforgettable scandals. We'll see you in the next video.